just before I jump into the questions, I would love to remind you guys, if you do not know, I have a Patreon where I post 4 extra and exclusive ASMR videos every month for $3 a month. I do loads of stuff. Mostly I hold an opinion poll every month for the Patreons to vote on the videos that they would most like to see, but a lot of the time I do inaudible whispering, dedicated mouth sounds, shopping hauls, loads of stuff. So if you are interested in some extra content from me, then my Patreon will be linked in the description box. But without further ado, I am just going to jump into the questions. I asked you guys on my community my community tab, and on Instagram. My Instagram is just libs_ASMR. If you don't know, I would love it if you guys would follow me. I am planning to completely overhaul my Instagram and make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, so you can join me there. But yeah, I am just going to go through the questions in no particular order. There are some really juicy ones here that I don't know if I should answer them all or not, but we will see. And I am not going to say anybody's names just because I didn't ask permission, and you know, I'm not sure if everyone wants to know, I don't know, it's going to be anonymous. Okay, so jumping straight in, what age did you lose your virginity? There we go. And I was 16 years old when I lost my virginity, which is the legal age of consent in the UK. And yeah, I think it was a pretty good time for me. I mean, I felt ready for it, I guess. I wasn't regretful of it, which I think is one of the most important things. If it is your first time, you just need to make sure that it is with someone that you trust and that you're actually ready for it, because for some people, you know, it's a bigger deal than for others, and that's okay. And you should never feel pressured into losing your virginity. It happens when you're ready and when you're happy, whatever age that is. But yeah, I won't go into a massive story about my story of my first time, but basically it was just with a friend. We weren't in a romantic relationship, but we did both trust each other, and I think that is important. So yeah. The next question is, have you ever had to cut off a toxic friend or relationship, and how did you handle it? Yeah, definitely. A few times throughout my life this has happened. I think, you know, like in school, like in high school, especially with teenage girls, there are definitely issues with toxic friendships. And one of the biggest examples I had of this, I was about 14, 15, and I was like best friends with this girl, and we'd been friends for a couple of years, and she was kind of friends with, I hate to say it, but like the popular girls, you know what I mean? So over time I just kind of emerged into the popular group, but in my school it wasn't really the popular group, it was the mean girls. Like, I mean, not all of the girls, there was probably about 10 girls in the group, and there was only 3 that were actually nasty, but all of the other girls, it's pack mentality, you know, so 3 girls are nasty, but everyone else just kind of joined in. I hated it, it was awful, constant drama and arguments. I just hated it. Gave me such anxiety going to school. And then one day, a new girl joined our school, and me and this new girl immediately hit it off. We became very fast friends, and basically one of the nasty girls girls in my group just had a vendetta for the new girl, and she was just so horrible to her, like bullied her. She was just jealous. She made her feel like such crap, and I was just like, I don't even want to be around this anymore. So eventually me and the new girl just like broke away from that group, and we just lived our lives, and we were just mainly us two, but we were friends with everybody, which was nice. So we were just wanted to be nice and be friends with everyone. So for the most part, I had a really good high school experience with friendship. If you could go back in time to any period and place for just a few days, when and where would you go? I know this isn't particularly juicy, but as a fellow history nerd, I love this question. Wow, what a question. Where would I go for a few days? I have to say it, I'm sorry to myself, I'm sorry to my tutors. I would have to go to the court of Henry VIII. I would have to see him, I would have to meet him, I would have to kind of observe court life. I know that there are so many places and more interesting periods of history than the Tudors, but I would just have to go there and party with Henry VIII. The next question is, do you actually like the companies you do sponsored videos for, and have you turned down sponsorships before? Now this is a really cool question. Guys, one thing that I promise you now, I would never sacrifice the trust between us and advertise something that I didn't genuinely believe in. I would never risk like our relationship like that. And yeah, I love all of the brands I've worked with. I mean, I have only done 3 sponsored videos. I'm acting like I've done loads. I've done 3. I've worked with Surfshark VPN, which I love them. My boyfriend has used Surfshark for longer than we've been together, so at least 4 years. And when I got an email from Surfshark, my boyfriend was like, what? Like, he was so shook. And yeah, I know they're a great company because he's used them, and I've used his Surfshark account to go on Netflix, so I knew they worked, I knew they were amazing, so I was more than happy to work with them. The next brand is Shein. Again, I have purchased from Shein so many times and never had an issue, and I enjoy everything they do, so I was again so happy to work with them. And the last one is Busuu, the language learning app. Again, I already had Busuu on my phone because one of my favourite non-ASMR YouTubers, Demi Donnelly, has worked with them in the past, and I downloaded it from her video, and it's free and it was really good. So yeah, like I said, I would never do a sponsored video that I didn't think you guys would like. I know that sponsorships are pretty kind of controversial in ASMR videos. Some people really disagree with them, but honestly, for our community, guys, it means so much to be recognized by these big companies. And I think, you know, as long as the ad is like whispered and made nice and relaxing, I don't see any problem with it. I actually really enjoy watching ASMR ads on my favorite ASMR channels, so hopefully you guys don't mind. It honestly helps. Hi guys, future Libby here. I was rambling so much about this question that I actually forgot to answer the other half, but yes, I have turned down sponsorships before. I've actually turned down more than I've accepted, and that is just because they have been from brands that I don't think fit with our channel, and also a few brands that I'd just never heard of before, and I didn't feel comfortable recommending like a brand that I'd never even heard of before. So there's the tea. Yes, I have definitely turned down sponsorships, and I will always turn down got vibes. Okay, next. Not super juicy, but I'm curious. Have you ever been ghosted by a guy, or have you ever ghosted someone yourself? Now, this is a really good question. Have I ever been ghosted by a guy? Absolutely. I'll tell you the story. I'll try and do it quickly because I don't want to make this video super long. Basically, when I was in school, there was this boy 2 years above me, older than me. He was in the popular group. He was a skater boy. He was super cool. I fancied him so much all the way through school. I fancied him. He was kind of like in the popular group, but he was quite indie. So he was like popular but kind of weird, and I loved that vibe. I was obsessed with him, but he was equally obsessed with my best friend, so I knew I'd never had a chance. But we would talk occasionally, like on BBM and stuff. And yeah, we were like kind of friends, but like not really, but like kind of. He used to like my Instagram pictures and stuff like that, so I was like, oh my god. Fast forward like 3 years, I was in 6th form. I was in college doing my A-levels, and he had a long-term girlfriend during this time, and he had just broken up with her, and he kind of slid into my DMs, just kind of friendly at first, but we kind of like kept talking and chatting and stuff, and then he like invited me over to his house, like just to hang out, nothing weird. We like played games. He wasn't like that. He wasn't like an F-boy. And yeah, I just was like, oh my god, like, is it finally my time? I was naive. He had just broken up with his girlfriend. He was probably in a horrible place, you know, emotionally. Anyway, we hung out for like a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, you know, like seeing each other. We used to talk all the time, and then eventually like his texting got really bad, and I was kind of like, and I was too awkward to say anything. And then one day I remember he said to me, oh, I met up with my ex today, and I was kind of like, oh okay. And he was like, she just wanted to give me back some of my stuff, and I was like, oh okay, fair enough. And I mean, warning bells should have been ringing at this point, but again, I was too awkward and too naive, so we kind of kept talking, but he hadn't like invited me over or invited me out or anything, so I was a bit like what's going on? And eventually his messages just got less and less and less, and then eventually he just didn't reply to me, and then like a week later he was back with his girlfriend. I was the rebound. No, it's fine. I'm completely over it. Of course I am, because a few months later I met my boyfriend. So yeah, but I have definitely been ghosted. Next question is, what is your first period story? I actually can't remember how old I was. I think I was 12 or 13. I was on like a staycation. I think we were in Cornwall actually, so maybe not so much of a staycation. And we were out shopping. We were in a shopping mall, and I went to the toilet. Sorry, TMI to some people. I'll give you a warning now. I went to the toilet and obviously saw, and I was super kind of freaked out. I knew what it was because my mum was very good in that sense. But I cried, and my mum was like, and she gave me the stuff, and yeah, that was it. Nothing super dramatic, nothing embarrassing, luckily. Right place, right time. Yeah, that's my first period story. Juicy question. Have you ever had a girl-on-girl experience? There we go again. Yes, nothing too risque, may I add. Nothing below the belt. But yeah, I've kissed girls in my time. Yeah. Okay, have you had any other problems with people in the ASMR community? Now this is a really interesting question. But no, absolutely not. I am extremely lucky, and I think everyone in the ASMR community are genuinely lovely, lovely people. I would be so shocked to find out that someone was like not very nice. The question is, have you ever slept with a friend's boyfriend or girlfriend? Have you ever dated a friend's ex? If so, are you still friends with them? No, I have never slept with a friend's boyfriend or girlfriend, and I've never dated one of my friend's exes. I am definitely one of those people that sees, like, as soon as my friend dates someone, they are like instantly unattractive to me. And I think I mean that, like, you know, if your friend has like slept with someone, do you want to sleep with the same person? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm being immature. To me, I just don't. But I know like some people that have dated their friends' exes and they've been fine and they have happy relationships. So sometimes, you know, if someone's the one, then all the power to you. But I definitely don't agree with sleeping with someone whilst they're in a relationship. No. Besides YouTube, do you have any other career choices? Love that. YouTube, I wish YouTube could be my career. I think that would be so cool. But honestly, I'm in uni and I actually don't know what I want to do with my life. I love my degree, I do history, but I have no idea what job I want to do in the future. So yeah, maybe one day I will know, but until then. Okay, the next question is, I've got a lot of, are you a virgin? Are you a virgin? No, I'm not. So the next question is an extremely juicy one, and that is, how much money do you make on your videos without sponsorships? I'm not gonna lie guys, some people, especially YouTubers, especially big YouTubers, are very private about what they earn, which, oh my goodness, completely respect it. You know, because YouTube is a job and you wouldn't just go up to someone on the street and be like, hi, you've got nice shoes, how much money do you earn? It's just not the done thing. However, I don't mind, and I am super happy to say how much money I earn. Maybe that's because it's not a lot, but trust me guys, one thing that I have learned about being a YouTuber, one thing that I have learned is that big YouTubers earn a disgusting amount of money, like so much. Anyway, it's actually quite a complicated answer because YouTube income is based on the algorithm, which is so difficult. So honestly, the amount of money people make differs so much, but the easiest way to explain it is through CPM. Now CPM is cost per mil, which means cost per 1,000 views, which means the amount of money that you get per 1,000 views. But again, this is an average and not an exact science, and every single YouTuber will have a different CPM. I think the average is like $2 or $3, you know, but some YouTubers will have like a $1 CPM. Other YouTubers will have like a $10 CPM, so I do not know exactly how much other people earn, but for me, my CPM is around $3 to $4. On some good months, it can be $5. So roughly the amount of money I get, let's just say we'll go in the middle and say $4 per 1,000 views. But again, that's not an exact science, so assuming that I get 10,000 views on a video, which is like average for me, I think, then I earn about $40. But the thing is, that is actually not the case. So although my CPM is like $4, on my last like 3 videos that had 10,000 views, I didn't get $40. I got like $25, $27 and like $32 average, I would say it is around $30 for me for each video I post. So it's not a crazy amount, guys, but I am still so thankful and grateful that I even get to earn a little bit of money from YouTube, because it helps me out so much. I'm a student, we are in a pandemic, I've been looking for jobs but I can't get one. There are no jobs really out there, and plus we are in and out of lockdowns anyway in the UK, so I am extremely grateful for the amount of money that I do receive. So yeah, that is that question. Okay, would you ever get plastic surgery or fillers? I'm actually not sure right now. I don't think so, just because there's nothing that I feel like I want changed enough to warrant fillers. At one point I really did want like a jaw filler, because I don't really have a very strong jaw. I've got quite a soft face, but that's probably because it's been quarantine and I've been eating too many snacks. But yeah, no, definitely in the future, if I did want plastic surgery, I would completely go for it. I feel if you want surgery or fillers, you do you. It is your body, you do what you want with it. But at the minute, there's nothing I really want that much. The next question is, what is your biggest insecurity? Now this is really interesting, because I throughout the years I've not had one thing, like as in one particular thing that I've always hated. It's always changed. Aspects of my body are, so sometimes I'm like, I hate my stomach, I wish I had abs, you know, I wish I had a flat stomach, oh my gosh. And then my legs, I wish I had super toned legs. My skin, I have very pale skin and it's very blotchy because I'm so white. I'm not like completely smooth white all over, it's just kind of blotchy. And when I was younger, I used to get teased for my skin being so fair and like red. So that's still a bit of an insecurity, but yeah, I wouldn't say I have like one huge insecurity. It kind of changes all the time. The next question is, do you believe in God, or have you ever been part of any religion? Wow, that is such an interesting question. My answer to that has always been the same. And who am I to say what is real and what is not? I don't know what I believe. I don't follow a particular religion in the same way as I would never say God doesn't exist, religion is fake, blah 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 blah. I would never do that, because A, it's disrespectful, because the majority of people in our world are religious of some form, so it's just disrespectful. And secondly, who am I to say that religion isn't real? So I suppose the best term for me would be agnostic. Agnostic but not apathetic. I've studied philosophy, I've studied religion, history of course. I find it vastly interesting. So agnostic, not apathetic at all on that subject. Okay, another question. Are you into BDSM? Ooh, wow. I'll be honest, not really. I mean, would not be able to take myself or my boyfriend seriously. So there you go. Next question. What is your favorite song, to be honest? Great question. Wow, it's so difficult to answer because there are literally so many amazing songs, you know, out there. The first one that comes to my mind though is Ben Howard, I Forget Where We Were. And the reason why I love that song so much is because it is basically all I listened to through a very difficult period of my life when I was a teenager. I was struggling in a lot of different ways, and I used to listen to that song on repeat, and it means a lot to me, so I would probably say that it is my favourite song. My question is, how did you feel when you first got tingles? I don't really know, because I've gotten tingles all my life, like even when I was a kid, like when my mum would like play with my hair, or like I would scratch on like things, like on material, I would get tingles. So it's something I've had all my life, and then I found ASMR and I was so happy that there was actually a community for it. Do you plan on making an OnlyFans? Wow. No, unfortunately that's not really my vibe. I completely respect anybody that decides to make an OnlyFans. Like, I applaud their confidence and their like power. I would love to be able to do that, but no, for me, that I don't think that's on the cards. Sorry guys. Where's your favourite place to visit in the UK, and have you ever visited Newcastle or Northumberland? I'm just curious. My favourite place to visit in the UK is probably Scotland, just because it is stunning. It is such a beautiful country. I've only been there like 3 times, but I want to go again. And I've actually never been to Newcastle. I plan to because I'd like to go there. I have actually a friend that goes to uni there. But yeah, no, I haven't. Biggest scandal at your school? When we were taking our GCSEs, we had a supply teacher, because our biology teacher was pregnant, I think, and she like left, so we had a supply, and it was this guy, and he was very strange. Like, he was very eccentric, but the thing that we kind of got confused about is that he wouldn't teach the curriculum, bearing in mind we were doing our GCSEs, like we needed to know some of this information, but he would just kind of teach what he wanted to teach, and of course very quickly students and parents complained about him, but he was still around for like a month or so, and then he kind of like disappeared. Then a few months later, one of our teachers admitted that the gossip was he was not actually a teacher. He was not qualified, he was not a biologist, he hadn't been to uni, he had no qualifications, he had just made up a CV, he completely lied, and nobody fact-checked him, which was insane given he got a job in a school. So best believe a lot of parents were horrified about that. The next question is, what is your favourite type of video to film and to watch? My favourite video to watch is like personal attention videos and like haul videos, like unboxing and shopping videos. And my favourite videos to film whisper rambles, because I love talking to you guys and I run my mouth all the time. Okay, next question. Will you ever show us your boyfriend? I've been trying to get my boyfriend to come on the channel, but he's not even awkward. Like, he's not awkward as a person, but I don't know, I don't think he like, I don't know, he's got a very professional job. Like, he's an accountant, he's like a manager for this accounting firm, I don't know, and he's got a very professional job, so maybe I worry that he thinks that he'll come in a video and then like someone from his work would see it or something. I don't know. I'll work on it though, guys. The next question is, who is the best teacher teacher you've ever had, and who was the worst? Easy question. The best teacher I ever had was a teacher in my primary school. Her name was Miss Morton. She was inspirational, and she is the reason why I fell in love with school and with education. She was amazing. And who was the worst teacher? Well, probably the biology teacher. That wasn't actually a teacher. Next up, I'm just interested, what is Libs and Libby short for? So many people want to know this. My name is actually Lobster. There you go. Best trip you've ever done? Probably New York at Christmas with my mum. My mum is my best friend. We had the most amazing time in New York. We went the week before Christmas. We came home on like the 22nd of December, and it was amazing. It was stunning. We loved it. Such amazing memories. And there are a few more questions, but I am concerned about how long I've been filming, so I will probably leave the video there. I am tired from answering all of these questions. There were some really interesting ones in there, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. If you want to know more, then maybe I'll do another one in future. But other than that, I need a drink of water. I love you guys, and I will see you in